ready.
Alex Sotiropoulos here with Maroons women's head basketball coach Roussell. The Maroons had two big wins on the weekend, their first UA home games. Coach, can you tell me a little bit about the NYU game? The Maroons started to not score any points in the first 3 minutes, and then you called a timeout. What did you tell them during that timeout? And then they started doing so well.
I actually thought NYU did a pretty good job just kind of slowing us down, and I just there was a weird vibe kind of going into it, and I was a little nervous about us offensively, and I hate it when I'm right, and turned out being right on that. And I think we just need to kind of get back together and kind of move the basketball a little bit better, which I thought we did. I thought they were taking away a couple things, which left some other things open for us. And once we started taking advantage of that, I thought we were a lot better offensively.
Towards the end of the half, you guys had a big lead, but then there was still some fast-paced basketball played. Is that what you wanted, even though NYU started to cut the lead down a little bit, or did you want your team to slow it down?
No, at the end of the first half, we were still trying to get out there and score some points, and I felt like, they were leaving us open a couple things inside, so we want to try to get going in transition, and that's the way that we always want to play. We want to get up and down the floor as fast as we can, and if we can score right away, we're going to score right away. And I was proud of our kids at the end of the first half, and especially to start the second half. I thought they really came out with, playing a little bit smarter, I think, and playing a little bit better together. And in result, I thought we kind of, as much as you can with that much time left, I thought we kind of put the game away at that point.
How nice is it to get such a big win at beach night with a radiant crowd and just overall getting your first home UA win of the season?
Right, it was
continue the streak.
Sure, no, it was fun, and I said this last week. The beach night, selfishly, is always my favorite night of the year, and just a fun vibe in the game, and I probably get to dress a little bit more comfortably, and I think our kids really enjoyed it too, and I thought the crowd really helped us kind of get going when we made a couple runs.
Now, Sunday against Brandeis, you guys did very well. Beat them double-digit, I think, over 20 points that game. Right. What can you tell me about your reaction to that game?
You never want to say that you're surprised, but I think both those games, we went into it, with both those two teams saying there's a lot of things that we were fearful were going to cause us problems, and I didn't see that game going that way on Sunday. I think you can ask my wife, you can ask the other coaches here. I was very nervous about some of our matchups on Sunday, and our kids played well. I think I thought played a lot looser this weekend, and I don't know if it was stress, I don't know if it was just expectations from everybody else, but I thought we were a lot looser this weekend and just kind of had more fun with everything. And I don't know if we had more fun because we were playing well, or if we were playing well because we had more fun, but there was just a much better vibe, I thought, this weekend with our group.
Now, this weekend, there are two big games home again. First, Emory, and then number 5 ranked Rochester. Rochester is 16-0, just like you guys. But how important is it to just look at the Emory game right now and not anticipate too much the Rochester game?
Yeah, it's incredibly important to the point that we're not talking about Rochester. I mean, obviously there's certain things, just because of the nature of the UAA schedule, that you need to do to get ready for Sunday during the week. But our kids are focused on Emory, no question about it, for Friday night. And this is a team that is going to present a lot of problems, and they already have to a lot of teams in the country, but also obviously the UAA thus far this season. And they've been an up-and-coming team here for a while. I know Christy does a great job with that program. They're not catching anybody by surprise right now. I think they're doing exactly what everybody expected them to do, and probably would have happened a little bit sooner. They've had a rough go of it, I think, with injuries here the last couple of years, and still aren't even completely healthy. So they're a very dangerous team, home or away, and they've already scared some people, and they definitely have our attention this week.
With strong three-point shooting and also a really good presence down low, what do you think is the key to this Emory game? Looking at the scouting report already, what are you going to try to do?
Yeah, I think a big thing is they're able to score some points, and they're very dangerous. They have a lot of weapons. Hannah Lilly is an incredible scorer. Savannah Morgan, Misha Jackson in there, and they're a very solid team. And if you're not ready to play, if you're not able to handle their pressure and the different defenses that they throw at you, you can find yourself down pretty quick. And that's happened to a couple teams already this season. And I think that the biggest thing for us is we need to make sure we're ready to stop them this weekend.
And finally, you said that you guys haven't looked too much into Rochester yet, but how important is it to win that game, implication-wise, for winning the UAA and also going into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have goals, but really our big focus is to kind of look one game at a time. But I think as a coaching staff, we all know Rochester. We all know that another very, very good team, incredibly skilled players, a very deep team with a lot of size. And if you're same thing. If you're not ready to play against a team like that, they're just going to hammer that ball down inside, and they're going to really bury you. And, we had a little bit of success against them last year, but they were, the last game of the year up there was a dogfight, and that's always going to be a really sometimes low scoring game, but it's going to be a dogfight and very, very physical. And I would expect that to be the case again on Sunday.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think you said it. I mean, obviously a big weekend and a big game Friday night, and obviously you got to go back and play those same two teams again, which is an interesting dynamic in our league, but very important 2 weeks. And I think every team in our league probably says that about the next coming weeks.
Well, there you have it. The Maroons open up Friday night, 6 p.m. against Emory.
All right, thanks, Alex.
All right, thanks so much.
Appreciate it.